I found it very difficult to get feedback on my own performance from my teams. Um, from people in the business, I really wanted to hear how I was going and what things I could improve on. And I found that challenging. I don't know if it was because of the perceived uh, power imbalance of the roles or what it was, but um, I definitely wanted to learn, and this was something that I hadn't cracked. Yeah, got it better over time, but I'm wondering if you've got any insights about both how new leaders should prepare to give constructive criticism, but also to solicit it from others. How are they learning in their role and creating an environment in which people are comfortable telling them what works and what doesn't work for them?
Yeah, really good questions. We talk so much more about the former than the latter, right? That question
Mm.
of how do I as a leader get my team to give me honest, valuable, critical, constructive feedback? We don't talk about that so much, I think, and we probably should. I'm gonna throw in a buzzword here, but I do think it's really important, which is psychological safety. So psychological safety, for anyone listening that isn't aware of this, a team with good psychological safety is a team where people feel like they can say what they need to say. They can offer criticism. They can disagree, particularly with their leader. They can share concerns. A team with bad psychological safety is that team where everyone just agrees with whatever the leader said, and then they all walk out feeling like they've got something to say but they can't say. And I think it's necessary but not sufficient. So in order to have a team be willing to give their leader genuine, honest, helpful, constructive feedback, they need good psychological safety because they need to believe that that leader isn't going to punish them in some way. They also need to believe that the leader's actually going to take it seriously and listen. I've seen this happen where a leader allows their team to give them feedback, but then they don't do anything about it. And so then the team's like, well, why bother? What's the point? We're not going to
Sure.
give them feedback anymore. Um, but again, maybe frequency is part of it. You know, not necessarily requiring that people give you feedback all the time, but mentioning it as a thing that you're interested in a lot, I think can help because it's sort of part of it again is about it not feeling like a surprise and a scary moment, but part of it is also just showing it's sort of heading towards showing that you really mean it. I really do want feedback. You know, I know I've asked you the last three one-to-ones we've had. Next time, I'd love it if you could come along with some feedback. I don't think this is a an easily solvable one, honestly, because no matter how good the psychological safety, no matter how good the relationship, no matter how well you ask or how often you ask, there's always this thought in the person's mind that maybe what if this somehow harms my career? What if saying
Yeah.
the wrong thing to my boss has some negative effect? Even if I trust them, there's still risk in this, and so there's a certain personality type that is going to be more willing to take that risk than others.